Okay, we're going to be doing a little video reading today because I don't have a lot of time and I kind of like I like the videos. And I think everybody else seems to as well. And I'm going to take some time today to do some mindless work to give my mind a break. So I figured I'll give you 3 in a row. And these are the 3 that came up. So first we have the Queen of Air. And what we see is the Queen here, and she's got her crystal ball that she's holding up, and in the center of her crystal ball we see a horse. The horse, to me, actually it's not a horse, it's a unicorn, but the unicorn is of the horse family. So come on, tune in, guys. Okay, so it's a white horse, white, purity, truth. A unicorn represents magic, miracles, a guide. We've spoken of the golden unicorn, who is an intuitive guide. The horse represents forward movement. What else do we have here? So we have, how interesting, we have guardians down here. An older wise woman, a crone, so ancient knowledge or help from possibly the past life, calling on your, like a grandmother would be a wise woman. Then we've got this man who looks like, who is this guy? He's quite muscular. He looks like a guardian or a protector of some sort. So he's down here. So what else do we have? Looks like Saturn spinning around the planets, which is interesting because we're in retrograde right now. So I'm going to read this card before I even have anything to do with the message, just a card, because I'm getting messages today. I was told to repost a video that spoke about an issue that was going to be arising with a female, and it's happening right now. And here we have this female. The female may represent a mother, a grandmother, an aunt, an ex-girlfriend, a wife, somebody like that. And there's going to be drama. And so the Empress was also going to be coming in. And so right now I'm gonna pull the Queen of Air, which is words, and we'll call her the Empress right now. So she's looking at all of this going on, and she's got, possibly what's going on is something involving a man and a grandmother is what I'm being shown here. So she's looking at the information, and it could be that there's past memories coming back from childhood. It could be a situation that's going on now. Whatever it is, this Queen is picking it up. And so when we ask to be the Empress is in charge. She stands in her power. We'll put the Queen and the Empress together. So the Queen has got all of this. She's seeing all of this going on. This is interesting because this is actually me right now. I've been watching this in my dreams. I've been watching the stories play out, actually, about a grandmother and a man, and there's drama. And it's all playing out here. So, and the fact that retrograde, that's the past coming back up. So if in your life, if this is a past life memory or someone from your past, childhood, whatever it is, these are the issues that are at play right now. And there's a wise person or an intuitive person that is picking up this energy. So whoever this is, we all have the divine feminine in us, right? So it's male or female. And look at her ears. She's very esoteric. The colors of her are blue. Archangel Michael's colors, but the blue also represents serenity and peace. So she's in a calm space as well. Look at her. She's also holding this crystal ball with a gloved hand, white gloves. So clean. She doesn't want to get her hands on it. So she's watching the drama, but she's not going to get involved in the drama. Okay, so this is what I'm getting from all this. So the message is objective decision making, clearing away all that no longer serves you, and seeing the truth or the humor in a situation. So I saw truth because she's able to see. This crystal ball is able to give her, whether she gets this, I'm getting mine in dream time, but I'm also getting it through music. However this comes to you, you're seeing it very clear. That's why this ball it's a crystal ball. The fact that it's air is there's words that are being said. There's somebody that's meddling. There's somebody that's causing problems. There's somebody that needs to speak up. There's somebody that needs to stop meddling. There's somebody that is aware and needs to come forward. There's somebody that needs to speak their truth. Okay, so what the Queen of Air is a situation. So your clear decision-making abilities are needed right now. They want you to see through any hidden agenda. As I said, this man, there's a grandmother, there's a woman, there's chaos going on, and there's a hidden agenda happening here. What is the hidden agenda? What is going on? See the truth of this situation. Recognize what's happening in this situation. You want to remove anything or anyone from your life whose presence is no longer in your highest good. But they still want you to see the humor in it. It's like, don't get, you're watching this drama and you recognize what's going on, and sometimes it's difficult. Like I get irritated. I'm an Aries, I'm fiery, and I watch what's going on, and it just gets to the point where I'm frustrated, and it's like, you know what, stop already. You're acting like school children. It's time to grow up. Okay, but they're saying, see the humor in it. So, okay, recognize that we are growing up. We're all kind of waking up and reawakening to the way things should be now. Maybe we're being hung up on a past event that happened in our life, and so we're reacting in a way that's childish. So the Queen is supposed to look at what's going on and not react. She's supposed to step back and recognize the truth of the situation and try and still see the humor in it and recognize, okay, let's not allow it to get our panties in a twist here. So if it's representing a person, it's talking about someone with incredible insight and perceptiveness with regards to situations and people. Do not be misled. Do not feel that this Queen doesn't understand what's going on. She or he is very aware of what's going on, has been for quite some time. She has a crystal ball. She's given the truth. She's been waiting for the truth to be revealed. So this person, they have humor, they have a very keen mind, they've got a very outspoken, forthright personality. They don't allow life, to get them down too long. They're not going to take it too seriously because they recognize, life's too short. So maybe somebody who might be, here I can speak for myself in that, it may frustrate me at first, but I get over it quickly. I've got far too many things to take care of in my life. I've got too many people to help, my own life to deal with, to get caught up in other people's drama. So I'm not going to stick around and hang on this. Now, with a gentleman or a female, whoever this might be, this person is a perfectionist. They like things right. They like things just so. Look at the way she's dressed. Her hair's done perfectly. Her makeup and her jewelry's beautiful. She's got a beautiful glove. She's adorned. She likes things in order. But she's not judgmental. So she's able to see the humor. So if there is someone that needs to speak and come forward, she is not going to be judgmental. She will, or he will, be able to see through to the reasons why, and recognize that we all have our issues and we all have our lessons to learn. This person is not married. This person is very independent, very experienced, very candid, outspoken, and very realistic. So there's the Queen for us. I recognize the Queen very, very well. All right, so the next message we have, we're gonna do the same thing again now. We're gonna read the card first, because I like doing that, because we can get different messages this way. So what we see is a little boy. He's a little merman, and he's got a little friend that's down playing in the water. Now, the little boy, and there's a shark here. Is this a shark or is it a dolphin? Let me see. The nose looks to me, you know what? It's not, I believe it's a shark, okay? And then we see 1, 2, 3, 4 cups. Okay, so the message, so what I'm seeing just by reading the card, the number is 6. So 6 talks about material concerns. So the number 6 means, a lot of times people get caught up in their problems with money. And what Spirit is saying is, don't worry or obsess about material items or bills or whatever it is. Don't worry about money, because worry lowers the effectiveness of your prayers. Fortunately, the Spirit is able to answer your prayers if you ask them. So they're asking you at this time, and water is emotion. So this boy is in the water. He's got his head above waters, but he might have been concerned with problems with money. He might be trying to keep his head above water. Because look, we've got a little bit of turbulence above the water. He's got a playmate down here saying, hello, play with me, play with me. But there's a shark in the water, and he's got his eye on the shark. Notice how he's watching the shark. The shark's coming after the girl. So he's very protective of her. These 4 cups represent, they hold things, right? So what is it holding? What's underwater, so it's memories. So the message we've got here is, now I'm looking as well, and it looks like it's nighttime. So dream time. It's not the daylight hours. Things may be in the shadows. Now remember, let these cards go together as well. They connect. So things are not maybe being seen as they truthfully are. It's dark right now, so you're not able to see in the dark very well. He's not drowning. He's got his head above water, and she's down there playing under the water. She's not drowning because she's got her hands up. She's kind of swimming. She's a mermaid anyway. So let's hold on to that. So the memories from your childhood or your history. Okay, so here we've got the water, emotion. This little girl is a playmate. So this is somebody that this person may have grown up with. Something may have happened during childhood. They're talking about romanticizing the past. So something's happened in the past, and you're making it seem like it's, you're looking at it through rose-colored glasses, basically. And there's a reason that these memories are resurfacing at this time. Maybe there's an old issue that you need to resolve. You haven't resolved it. Maybe it has to do with the first card. Maybe this man, this is the grown-up man, with this grandmother and the mother, or whoever this woman represents. And this is when he was a child. So we're going back into past life memories. We all still have our inner child in us, right? So this little child may be at play. Maybe the inner child is taking over. And it's not the man coming forward, but it's the little boy, the hurt little boy, something that happened in the past, possibly. So is there an issue from your past that's replaying over and over? Is it concerning a little girl? Is it concerning a girlfriend? Is it concerning somebody or something that happened when you were a child? It's also saying that, because that might be the old issue that needs to be resolved, something that happened to a girl by this shark. A shark, think about what a shark represents to you. This danger, somebody... and these are mer people, so they're in the water, but this is a shark is not their friend in this point. He's trying to, maybe he wasn't able to protect someone. Maybe there's a feminine aspect of this little boy that was not able to be protected by that shark. Or maybe it's a different person as well. Maybe someone that they knew from their childhood, and they weren't able to protect them. And so these memories are coming back up and causing problems. It also talks about reconnection. So reconnecting with friends or romantic partners from your past. Maybe this is the girl coming up to the surface of this boy's emotional water. And she wants to reconnect. He's looking at the shark, though. He's kind of hung up on something that he's got to work through. It also talks about new acquaintances who might feel like old friends because there's a karmic connection. So this could go two ways. It could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing, too. Maybe this girl that's coming up is reminding this boy of somebody from his past, and all of these issues that he's carrying over that haven't been dealt with, he's putting onto her. So it's going to cause a problem between these two. He needs to resolve his old issues so that he can play with this new person. If the new person isn't the old person, right? That could be an issue there as well. Also, it just might mean that you are now meeting someone who you feel like you've known forever because you have a past life connection to this person. It also talks about the effect of children on a situation is very important at this time. Is there a child that you are protecting? Is there a child that you feel protective of? Is there a child that is not being taken care of? Is there a child that you are feeling overprotective of? Maybe it's not your place. Maybe you have, I'm trying to figure out all the different things what this might represent. You've been helping out someone's child or protecting or taking care of, or maybe it's your own inner child that you need to nourish and love. Maybe the feminine aspect of your inner child, because I keep seeing the little girl as the mermaid. Or maybe this girl is protective of this boy. They have a connection. she is in his emotional waters. They are together in the same emotional waters, but she's slipping down under the water. So he needs to grab her. Maybe he's so caught up in his material concerns that he doesn't recognize that she's slipping away, and he needs to spend time with her. What is the shark that's got your attention? The shark can represent a lot of different things. What is threatening to you? Are you so worried about money that you've made a monster out of this, out of something? Is it scary? Is the situation more, does it seem more dangerous to you than it actually is? Are you feeling like you have to have everything just so, and your mind is so focused on this monster that you've made out of this shark that you've forgotten how to play? You're not playing anymore? Your playmate is going under the water. You're going to lose her. She's slipping away from you. Is it a nurturing aspect of yourself slipping away? Have you drowned the nurturing emotional aspect of yourself because you're so consumed with your material getting ahead, or you're so focused on something? What is the message for you? It also talks about you're not guilty. It's not your fault what happened to this little girl. It's not your responsibility to take care of this child. They're telling you, let go of guilt. They're telling you it isn't your fault. You're innocent of whatever it is, or maybe someone has accused you of something, but it isn't you that have done it. So they're wanting you to free yourself of any guilt. Recognize your innocence of this, and recognize it's not your responsibility to carry it. It also talks about gifts, inheritances, reunions at this time. So the cups. Has somebody passed away? Has there a female in your life passed away and you have an inheritance? Because the gold cups, are they filled with an inheritance for you? Is this coming for you? It also talks about sharing. You've got several cups here. Don't keep everything to yourself. Your cups hold water or liquid. Water is emotion. So don't keep your emotions locked up. Share yourself. Give of yourself emotionally. It also talks, again, like I said, romanticizing the past. Maybe we're looking at something and we're painting a prettier picture of it than it actually truly was. Maybe it wasn't all that it was cracked up to be. So it's time to get realistic, as the Queen said, and look at the truth of the situation. See the humor in it, but recognize, wow, it wasn't all I thought that it was. This past that I had. Maybe you are not facing something that happened in your past. You're glossing over it. You've buried memories. And it wasn't as wonderful as it's been made out to be, and you need to face the reality of it. Deal with these emotions so that you can let them go. Okay, so then the next message we have, we go over to Six of Air, and we see there's a lot going on in this picture. So again, we see, now let me just make sure. Come on. We need to focus. There's the message. So we all need to focus on something. I don't see that this is a unicorn. I'm looking right here, but that horn is bent, so I don't feel that's a unicorn. This is a beautiful horse, forward movement, white, innocent, pure. There is a unicorn, and these are all unicorns in the back, but there's a lot going on back there. They're in the forest, but there's a river, and this one unicorn is moving forward over the river. There's one to the right side. This one has this one's back. These are in a group mentality. I'm going to read this in different ways, because this is 6 again. So again, we're concerned with money, so this may have to do with work, a work situation. These people are all together. They're all kind of in a glom, ganging up. There's one that knows the truth of a situation. And there's this one on his own, trying to move forward over his emotional waters. He's alone. These ones are not on his side. This one knows. This one needs to step forward. Again, speak the truth about something that you know, so that this one can go move over their emotional waters smoothly. What's happened in this situation? The messages are things are looking up. The end of a difficult situation. Possibly taking a trip. Okay. So, we've had trauma, we've had difficulty in this situation. As I said, since it's 6, it's most likely, I'm going to say at this time, a work situation. There was a problem. There was a problem with a group of people. This one was ostracized. It may have had something to do with this one. Maybe this one is the reason this one had to head out on their own. Is this a female? Is this a male? What has this one done that has caused this one to have to leave this group? Or I'm looking at the trees in the background. They look like a tunnel, right? So light at the end of the tunnel coming through. So whatever has happened, this is in the past. This guy's moving forward. He's very healthy. He's standing at the front of his boat, and he's leaving this one in the past. That's what's interesting to me. Someone is leaving this one in the past, and this person had something to do with what went on. So that's the romanticizing the past before. Someone was not a true friend, and it had to do with this situation. And this one is, the one in the center has recognized it and is moving away over his emotional waters. So the worst is behind you finally. There's light at the end of your tunnel. The winds of change are moving forward, so the boat's moving quickly. It's a favorable wind. It's taking you in the direction that you want to go. This is a good time to make a change in your career. This place was not a good place for this one to be. Whatever happened with this person and these people was not good for him or her. So it's time for them to move. This is a good time for a change. It will be blessed because it's a favorable wind. It also, when you move across water, you possibly could be moving. It may be a time for you to be moving away from the negative energy, away from whatever happened in this situation. You're going to move to a new location, or perhaps you already have, or you're thinking about it right now, or this is all mental. And this is, you're mentally looking or thinking about all of this stuff, and this is a good time for you to move away mentally from this situation. Change your outlook. Take a look at what happened. Take your lessons from the past, but don't. I'm thinking about, I had a message earlier, and I posted it about who is the slithering snake in your backyard? Who is this slithering snake in your backyard? This is the back. This is the past. This is someone that you were connected to, that you thought was someone that you could trust. But a snake, no matter how many times they shed their skin, they're going to remain a snake. Someone has been dishonorable, causing an issue. This one, from your past, from your backyard. Someone maybe you grew up with, someone, a neighbor, somebody in your work situation, whatever it is, you are now aware of what's going on. Or perhaps right now, as you're hearing this message, you're being made aware. It also speaks about, because you're moving away from all of this stuff, you're going to have a resolution of a conflict. So maybe whatever happened here in the past has caused this one to have, has definitely caused this one hurt, difficulty, and moving away from the situation energetically, moving away from the people physically, moving out of association, not allowing the snake to continually come in and manipulate and cause problems, because people can be forgiven, but they have to stop doing what they have been doing in order for the forgiveness to be given, right? That has to happen. You have to change your behavior. You can't keep behaving in the same manner and expect to be forgiven and expect to stay in someone's life. So it also speaks about water being emotion. Perhaps whatever happened here in this work caused this person to be sick, or cause this person to have a breakdown, cause this person to go into a state of depression because it was so horrible what happened. It was so difficult and challenging. Maybe they lost their job. Maybe maybe they were accused of something because of this one and what happened here. Whatever it was that happened to them, or maybe something that happened with somebody connected to their work caused something to happen to them that made them go into a deep depression. And so it's now, you're moving forward over this emotional water, so it's the end of a depression. You're coming out of the depression. You're feeling forward, movement, you're feeling good. You're leaving the conflict and you are moving on. So you may be either leaving that job, leaving that neighborhood, leaving those old friends, walking away from old alliances that you now recognize because you were romanticizing the past before. This boy was romanticizing the past with somebody, and it wasn't what you thought it was. Someone that you thought was your friend was not your friend. Someone that you thought was loyal to you was not loyal to you. They were lying. They were manipulating. They were taking. They were behind your back doing things with these other ones that caused all of this to happen. And so you're not going to carry that. Maybe you've worked through it. Maybe you've known this for some time and you've been working through all of these emotional issues, and now you're ready to move forward. You're walking away, and you've got the resolution. You're leaving. You're moving on. It's time for a new life. This is all very, very positive energy. So if you look at all three cards, they actually all go together. You've seen the humor, the truth of the situation. Look at that horse. That's interesting to me. That white one that this one is now recognizing the truth of is that one. The one that did something behind your back. The one that you thought should have had your back. You've now recognized the truth of the situation. Whoops. Things were out of focus, and now they've come into focus. You're not going to let it hang you up. You're going to see the humor in it because you've come out ahead. You have left that situation anyway, and look at how much more successful you are. You have now gone from this little boy who was barely able to keep his head above water, who was drowning because of his playmate down here, and you have grown into this man. You are now, or female if you've got the divine masculine, because the divine masculine talks about moving forward. So now you've grown into this man. You're very strong. You have taken whatever happened to you in this situation, this job situation. You've maybe moved forward and created your own, and you're very successful. And there you are as a man, very successful. Or there you are as a female. Maybe you were the one who was lied about, the female. Maybe it was concerning this man. Was there an older woman that was involved in it? And a younger woman? What's going on? You two here now, the divine masculine and the feminine, you have both recognized the truth of the situation. You've taken control of your life. You've seen the truth. You recognize the humor. You're not going to let them bother you anymore. You have become a success on your own. You don't need that group of people. You are now above your emotional waters. You are going to play now. And this shark is no longer a threat because you're moving on, moving forward, and all is good. Love that reading. Wow. All right, you guys, have a great day. I'm going to post this, and then I'm going to go do some more carpet cleaning for my landlord, which is interesting because that's the carpet is what you walk on. That's your foundation, and it's dirty. So there's something that needs to be cleaned up, right? So I'm doing that metaphysically, emotionally, and actually literally, because it's mindless work. And when you do mindless work such as that, you're able to get your messages. So just a thought. Maybe sometime, you can wash your car, take some time away from maybe what you've been thinking about, and maybe things will become clearer to you. All right. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace, love, and light.